of this video is going to be about depression and the many types that this problem has. And as we know, the depression is a mental issue that the person who has it can present a lot of problems in her daily basis, but obviously this depends on the person and the type of depression that this person has. But the most common problems that the person presents when they have depression is, for starting, they lose interest in the things they used to like before, and they they are sad. They are sad almost all the time. But in cases like chronic depressions, the person can even stand up and can even make relationships, can even make a conversation with somebody else because they are so bad mentally they can even stand up. And like I said before, there are many types of depression. So the most severe ones, it will be the chronic depression, because it can cause a lot of episodes in your life. It's not always persistent when you take medications, of course, but the chronic depression, it can affect you very horribly in your daily basis, like I said before, in your work, in your family. It can affect you in your relationships and everything. So yeah, it's very important to take medications for this one. The other one would be the dysthymia. Now this is less severe, but it can cause chronic symptoms and it lasts at least 2 years. Now this is a very common depression, let's say, but of course it doesn't make it normal. But the most of the people don't take this seriously until they see it in real life. And it's called postpartum depression, and it presents on women who gave childbirth because of the hormones, and sometimes they can present psychosis, and they can hate their child. But of course this is because of the hormones, and that's why it's important to take therapy and also medical treatment. And the depression can affect you in the emotional and the cognitive and in the physical part. And in the emotional, like I said before, it can present symptoms of sadness, persistent sadness, and losing interest in the things you used to like before. In the cognitive part, you can have recurrent thoughts of suicide, and it can affect you on making decisions in your daily basis, and it can affect in your concentration. In the physical part, you can even present loss of appetite, insomnia, troubles for sleeping, and you can feel pain in your body, and also you can feel loss of energy, which I said before. This can cause problems in your work and in your personal life. And what we don't know, and what we still don't know about depression today, it's what causes, but and why it causes. But most of the cases of persons who has this problem, it's because it's genetic, or because they are very vulnerable in situations of a lot of stress, and it can cause chronic stress too. For the person that has this mental issue, go to a psychiatric to be medicated. with antidepressants like serotonin, but of course it always depends on the type of depression that the person has, and it it depends a lot actually. And but it's a very serious condition that the people need to know about and need to take seriously, but because it can take a person to a very critical mood, and when you don't notice, I mean, it can be too late when you notice finally that the person used to had a lot of problems in her life. So it's very important that the persons know about this mental condition, to take it seriously, and help to help more people that has this, and try to identify that the many problems can present, and of course give the person help and assistance, because it's going to need a lot of support